Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm so excited to have you all here with me again. Thank you to all my subscribers. Thank you for subscribing to my channel, and thank you to all who have been watching my videos. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's another storytelling time, and guess what? I'm talking about CV today. CV is very important for any application you plan to make. Scholarship application, admission application, job application, you need a CV. And the CV tells everything about you. Like that paper projects you and it tells everything about you even before whoever is assessing you looks at you or meets you in person. So you want to give the right impression. You want them to see that you are the right candidate. You want to project yourself fully to these people so that they will choose you even before seeing you. And then when you come, they invite you for an interview. You just prove them right. So crafting it, you need to put every effort that you need. Just like you're writing the personal statement, just as you're filling your application form, the CV also put all the effort in it and give them what they should have. All right, there are different parts of the CV that you need to consider. When I was writing my CV, all these parts I'm listing out now, remember it's my story, right? So every part of a CV that I'm going to tell you about today, I had them all in my CV. The CV I used for my applications, my admission application, my scholarship applications, I had them all there. And even some of the job applications that I did that were in the area of my research interest that looked like, let me say, job applications in an academic setting that I'll be going to do research. I used my academic format and I had all this session in my CV. So sit right back, let's dive right into it. The first part of your CV that you should put a lot of consideration in is your bio. A lot of people want to put their age, their sex, their nationality in their bio. No, you don't need to put that. I didn't put that. You don't need that. All you need in your bio, that is the first two lines of your CV, is your name written in full and in bold. And then you want to put your address there, your residential address. So if they want to post anything to you, they want to contact you, they know the address to reach out to. Then you put your email address, of course, is a go-to, and your phone number. And when putting your phone number, you need to put the country code. If you're in Nigeria, you're using a mobile number of Nigeria, put +234 and the number. And the same thing for whatever country, UK +44. Different countries have their country code, so please use the country code for the mobile number you are using. I use an active number in your CV because they would want to contact you on phone number and they would want to send you an email. The next part of your CV that is very important is the introduction, or you can say is your personal summary. Of course, this personal summary part doesn't need to be too long. You can make it like 6 lines or 7 lines. And what do you need to have in this personal summary? It's just you projecting yourself first. When you come for an interview and they say, tell me about yourself, that is most times the first question that you're asking an interview. Tell me about yourself. That is what that introduction is about. So if you're a medical doctor, if you're an accountant, you can start with saying, I am a motivated and passionate accountant, medical doctor. And then you talk about your achievements that you've done. I have done this, I have done this, and I have done this. You did significant things. You can just mention them. You are highlighting yourself in the lights of the position you are applying for. So that is what you need to project in your introduction. And then after the introduction, another important part is the skill part. So the parts that says skills. Some people would like to list their skills. Computer literate, IT efficient, proficient in English language, a good team leader. It is good. You're listing your skills. But what I did I wrote my skills in a descriptive way. I wrote, I've developed technical skills in this, that. I'm proficient in this, and I can do this, and I can do that. Additionally, I have this and I have that. That is how I wrote my skills aspect in 5 to 6 lines. I have described the skills. You know, when they say, what do you bring to the table? Right? I describe what I bring to the table in line with the application I'm making in the part of skills. So I didn't just list, I'm a team player, I'm this, I'm that. No, I described my skills. So that is an advice. You can do that, right? Okay, that's the part for the skills. Please take note. This part should be in your CV. All I'm mentioning should be in your CV if you want them to take it seriously. The next part is the education session. And this education session is a little bit tricky because you'd say just name your school and your course and just move away. No, make it juicy. You know you love juice, right? Let's make it juicy. So in the education part, you list the school you attended from this year to this year. And next, you list the course you studied. Then put the class of your qualification. You say, I have bachelor's degree in accounting, first class. Put what you had. You had first class, you had second class, upper, put it there. And the next thing you need to do is, if you won any award, maybe you studied under a scholarship, write awarded this scholarship. If you were overall best in your class at the end of that academic period, put overall best in your class. So that is what you need to do. Project everything you achieved. Like I have already told you. And then maybe in 2 lines, summarize the skills you acquired. This is how to write the education session. Don't just write your school and the course and just go away. No. School, the year, write the course, that is the degree you came out with, write your grade, that is the class of degree. You write, if you had any award during that period, write it. If you had any distinction in your thesis, write it there and summarize what you acquired in 2 lines. You have to do this in all the educational period you want to list. You have to also list this in chronological order, and this means you have to put the most recent first, and after the most recent you put the second most recent, and there goes others. Another important section is your professional experience. Now, this is also an important part because you're projecting what you have done, where you have worked. And now, if you're writing an academic CV and you're looking for a scholarship, you might be going for maybe a research program or a non-research program. It doesn't matter, but please, if you have a research experience, project it. You can write the heading of this session as professional and research experience. Then you list these experiences in chronological order as well. You write the position you occupied, you write the organization, the year you worked there, and you write the responsibilities you had. Please do not list 100 responsibilities because you want your CV to be as concise as possible. At most 3 pages, but I would advise 2 pages. So you can just summarize your skills or your responsibilities in 2 or 3 lines. Yes, it's okay. You can do that. Summarize your responsibilities in 2 or 3 lines. And then if you have a teaching experience, please highlight this. And you can do this in a new session. You can write teaching experience and then you list them also and summarize your responsibilities in 3 lines. This is an important session. You need to put all the thought in it. Another important session is honors and awards. they want people who are exceptional. They feel that if you have awards, if you have honors, then that means you are exceptional. So list whatever honor you've had, list whatever awards you've received, whether you received it with regards to volunteering, the awards with regards to leadership or to your job or to academics, whatever it is, list it there. And then another section is your publications. If you have publications, you're going for a graduate studies, master's or PhD, and this is academic. And one important part of an academic career is publications. If you don't know, just know that now. So you need to write. So if you have publications, please do write that. List your publications. But if you have a lot, like 20 publications, you don't need to list 20 publications in your app, in your CV, because you don't want to have like 20 pages of a CV. So what you need to do is you could list 3 and then attach a link where a clickable link that your assessor could click to access other publications, and this would be very okay. But when you're listing the 2 or 3, it should be most relevant publications to the application you're making. All right, if you've attended conferences, please list that in your CV. That's another part of your CV: seminars and conferences. If you've presented, mention what you presented. If you presented a poster, mention it. And if your poster won an award, you can also highlight it here or highlight it in the awards and honors session. And then you need to talk about your leadership experience. Voila! What does leadership experience have to do with a scholarship application? It does a lot. Some scholarships want you to have leadership capacities. If you're not a leader, they feel sorry, you need to have that leadership traits. They want to see that in you. So please do include whatever leadership capacity. It doesn't matter how little it is. None is insignificant, whether it's in church, whether it's in brigade, whether it's in school, whether it's in student union, whether it's wherever it is that you've served as a leader, even in a non-governmental organization, a non-profit organization, or during volunteering you led, or during your NYSC, maybe you were the head of the CDS. Please do list that in the leadership position, and then in 2 lines highlight what you achieved or what your team achieved during the period of your leadership. All right, and then next you have to list your volunteering experience. If you have volunteered, you can write that down in your CV. Another part is your hobbies. What is hobby doing in CV? Of course, it's important. They want to know that you're an all-rounder, that you are not just work. You can balance everything together. You can balance academic work, you can balance with all of these things with your personal life, and you are not going to be a mental health problem to them. They don't want to take someone who after 2 weeks or 1 month would say, oh, my mental health. No. So you have to put in your hobbies, and you could just list, you don't need to list them in different lines. You can just write them in one line. And finally, you need to add your references. And these references, there are ways you can just present it. If you already have the name, email address, and place of work of your referees, you can list that, write their name, the place of work, their relationship with you, their phone number and email address on your CV. But we don't want the CV to be too long. You can write references available on requests, or just write available, and that will be all. Try to make your CV very concise. 3 pages should be the longest. Of course, we know you have a lot, but you should be able to compress them into 3 pages or 2. I had 2 pages CV for my applications, and the initial CV I had was around 5 to 6 pages, but I had to compress it to 2 pages because of my applications. And the funny part is that some will tell you that they need 1-page resume. How are you going to do this? But then you just have to give them what you want. And the fact is that sometimes you will need to take out some of the parts that I've mentioned from your CV to make it more concise. But if you're able to compress your CV with all these parts, then that will be fine. But if you cannot do that, please take out the parts you feel are not very relevant to the application you're making. If you feel volunteering is not very relevant to your application, take it out. If you feel leadership experience is not very relevant, you take it out. Another thing you could do is, if you're listing 5 leadership experiences, you could just put 2 and take out 3. Volunteering experiences, if you have 10, you could take out 7 and leave just 3, the 3 most recent, or the 3 significant and striking ones. So all you need to do is to just know how to take out the less important, I'll put it that way, or the less relevant part of the CV that you have with respect to the application you're making, and leave the ones that are essential and that would really determine your selection for the position. I hope this video helps you in your CV crafting and CV drafting. Thank you for watching to the end of this video. I really appreciate that. So have a good day and watch out for my next video. Please don't forget to click on the subscribe button. Please share this video also, and don't forget to like our video. Comments, you can, if there's something you think should be said or you want to understand, please comment. I will be willing to answer, or I am willing to answer every questions that you have. Please, and all the best in your applications.